the Taranaki District Health Board was worried that a humanitarian crisis could unfold on Spanish-flagged deep-sea fishing vessels which had COVID-positive sailors on board. The mariners joined the ship at Port Taranaki on the 5th of July after driving to New Plymouth from Auckland Airport by van. Our Taranaki Whanganui reporter Robin Martin has been looking through more than 200 emails released under the Official Information Act. Kia ora, Robin.
Yeah, kia ora, Kim. That's 200 pages of emails, actually, and they offer a quite insightful look into how one of these crises unfolds. And
how did it unfold?
Well, the first news of the positive cases emerged on the morning of the 6th, when the positive tests are confirmed at the county's Manukau DHB, and they get in contact with the Auckland Regional Public Health Service. They go into full kind of discovery mode and discover that the infected crew member flew into Auckland and transferred to Port Taranaki. And you can see this chatter amongst the health professionals there. There are quips such as, good luck scoping that out, Auckland Regional Public Health Service, and others have say something similar about, good luck about quarantining or isolating the initial case. They bring the Taranaki the Taranaki Medical Officer of Health, Dr. Jonathan Jarman. He's quickly brought into the loop kind of mid-morning. The Taranaki DHB notes its concern for the mariners, but it says the risk to the public is deemed low. And about kind of midday, a media blackout is agreed at this stage with the Ministry of Health. But later that evening, by like 5:45 or 5:45, Jonathan Jarman emails a Taranaki COVID-19 update, and here he's much more clear about his concern for the mariners. And he says he's worried it will turn into a humanitarian issue with a large number of unwell people and possible deaths, and the repeated medevac retrievals of seriously unwell crew are considered inappropriate.
And what did he suggest be done?
Yeah, that's a good point. He doesn't really suggest what should be done. So the crew are the crew that this vessel has gone to sea. They're already in international waters. They've at this stage got 2 COVID positive mariners, and Dr. Jarman is prepared communications with them that indicates that he expects that this COVID is going to run through the crew because of the cramped conditions there, right? And the decision has to be, what do we do with this boat? The other thing that they've identified at this stage is that a Port Taranaki pilot has been on the boat, and a customs official has dealt with the boat as well, and both of those are identified as close contacts by the Ministry of Health, which wants those guys to isolate and to be tested.
Simply put, Robin, I know you've got 200 pages of email to digest here, but you've got different people saying different things. You've got the port, and you've got the customs, and you've got the Ministry of Health, and then you've got the Director General of Health announcing that the boat in question, the Viking Bay, is returning to Port Taranaki. But nobody seems to know that, right?
Yeah, that's right. First, we get pushback about these people who've been identified as close contacts. Both the port and customs say, that they fulfilled all their protocols. There's some email exchange, and the Ministry of Health relents, and those guys are deemed casual contacts, which is kind of interesting in light of the fact that this was a Delta case we were talking about. Yes, at the 1:00 press conference on the 7th, Dr. Bloomfield announces that the boat is going back to Taranaki. The port says, no, that's not going to happen. The ship's agents are also kind of aghast because they knew nothing about this, and there are emails from the ship's agents saying perhaps the Ministry of Health needs to talk to the ports before making such an announcement.
Is there anything that you can see that would rule out this kind of chaotic messaging in the future?
Yeah, well, there's definitely out of the Taranaki side, Dr. Jarman calls for a debrief and wants to examine this again. He talks about the fact that the port and the DHB had to take over this issue when at one stage he writes to the Ministry of Health and says, hey, look, I think you should take this over. This is precedent-setting stuff for the international boats coming in and out of New Zealand. He's not particularly happy about the way it's all unfolded.
It's Wanganui Taranaki reporter Robin Martin.